And East Asia, Anison, Canto Pop, C-Pop, Hong Kong English Pop, and J-Pop, Rock Pop, and K-Pop, Mando Pop, and in blues, African blues, blues rock and blues shouter, British blues and Canadian blues, Chicago blues, classical female blues, contemporary R&B, country blues, gospel blues, electric blues, piano blues, punk blues, and West blues. In country music, blues country, country rap, music rap, country rock, Australian country music, Cajun fiddle music, and Christian country music, traditional country music, and Western swing. In electronic music, ambient and techno, industrial, and in folk music, American folk, anti-folk, British folk revival, contemporary folk, and freak folk, industrial folk, techno folk, cowboy. And in hip-hop, there are British hip-hop, Australian hip-hop, Christian hip-hop, and chabop, country rap, and East Coast hip-hop. In jazz music, there are acid jazz, Afro-Cuban jazz, Asian American jazz, bossa nova, British dance band, and Cape jazz, and chamber jazz, continental jazz, ethno jazz, jazz blues, jazz fusion, funk, rock. And in Latin music, bachata, banda, bolero, cumbia, flamenco, mambo, merengue, salsa, timba. And in Brazilian music, bossa nova and Brazilian rock, ferro, choro, and lambada, ferro, marcata, samba, and samba rock. In pop music, Arab pop, Baroque pop, Christian pop, country pop, dance pop, Euro pop, electro pop, and French pop, Latin pop, Russian pop, folk pop, Iranian pop, Latin ballad, Mexican pop, pop rap, pop rock, pop soul, and tradition pop music, and Turkish pop. These are the different styles of music. And now we'll move on towards the Carnatic music. Karnataka Sangeeta is a system of music commonly associated with the southern part of India subcontinent, with its area roughly confined to 4 modern states of India: Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, and Tamil Nadu, especially Tamil Nadu. It is one of the 2 main subgenres of Indian classical music that evolved from ancient Hindu tradition. The other subgenre being Hindustani music, which emerged as distinct form because of the Persian Islamic influence in northern India. Carnatic music is a vocal music. Most compositions are written to be sung, and even when played on instruments, they are meant to be performed in singing style, Gayaki style. The basic elements of Carnatic music is Shruti, Swara, Raga, and Thala. Shruti is pitch, and Swara is a musical sound, Raga is a mode, and Thala is a rhythmic style, rhythmic cycle. Okay. Improvisation plays an important role in Carnatic music and is mainly sung through composition, especially the Krutis or Kirtanas, a form developed between 14th and 20th century by the composers such as Purandara Dasa, the trinity of Carnatic music. Carnatic music is usually performed by the small ensemble of musicians consisting of principal performer, usually a vocalist, a melodic accompanist, usually a violinist, a rhythm accompaniment, usually a mridangam, and a tanpura, which acts a drone throughout the performance. The other typical instruments were used like ghatam, kanjura, mosing, flute, veena, and chitraveena. Carnatic music flourished in Vijayanagara while the Vijayanagara Empire reached the greatest extent. Purandara Dasa, who is known as the father or Pitamaha of Carnatic music, formulated the system that is commonly used for the teaching of Carnatic music. Venkata Maya invented and authored a formula for the Melakarta system of raga classification in 1660 AD, the system that is in common use today. Carnatic music, which consists of 7 notes, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni. Compared with Hindustani, it is sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, and Western, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. These names are abbreviations of the longer names called Shadja, sa means Shadja, and Ri is Rishabha, Ga is Gandhara, Ma is Madhyama, Pa is Panchama, Da is Devata, Ni is Nishada. A raga in Carnatic music prescribes a set of rules for building a melody very similar to the Western concept of mode. It specifies rules for movement up arohana and down avarohana, the soul of which notes should be figured more and which notes should be used more sparingly, which notes may be sung with gamakas, gamakas is ornaments, and which phrases should be used or avoided. Hindustani classical music. Hindustani classical music is a Hindustani called North Indian music. Is a tradition that originated in Vedic ritual chants and has been evolving since the 12th century AD. The melodic system were fused with ideas from Persian music, particularly through the influence of Sufi composers like Amir Khusru and later Mughal courts, noted composers, and such as Tansen flourished along with religious groups. Around 1900 AD, Vishnu Narayana Bhatkhande consolidated the musical structure of Hindustani classical music called ragas into number of thoughts. The Hindustani music has 7 notes like Western, Saregama Padani, Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti, and there are 12 notes. 7 notes are natural and 5 notes are sharps and flats. So in Carnatic music, the system is quite different. There are 22 notes, like there are 3 Ris, Re in the sense the second supertonic, there are 3 supertonics, and there are 3 medians, and there are 3 submedians, and there are 3 leading notes. There are 3 Ris, 3 Gas, and 3 Da, and 3 Nis. So that's why the Carnatic is slightly different than Western. Western music is just when you sing Sa Re Ga Ma Pa Da Ni Sa. This is a Western mode. But in Carnatic, Sa Re, that means from Sa you are singing Re like Sa Re Ga Ma. You are giving a touch of Sa. So that's why the Indian music and Western music is entirely different. The typical rendition of Hindustani raga involves 2 stages. One is alapa, the rhythmic free improvisation on the rule for the raga in order to give life to the raga and flesh out the characteristics. The alap is followed by a long slow tempo improvisation in vocal or by the jod and johal in instrument music. Bandish or ghat are different ways of systemizing the parts of her compositions called stai, the initial rando phrase, and antara, the second body phrase, sanchari, the third body phrase, and abhog, the fourth and concluding body phrase. There are 3 variations of bandish regarding tempo. One is vilambit bandish, a slow and steady music tempo. In Western music, usually lago and adagio, speed. And second one is madhyam bandish, the medium tempo, and usually set in andante to allegretto speed. And drut bandish, a fast tempo, allegretto speed or faster than that. Also, there are different types of compositions in Hindustani music called Drupad, Khayal, and Tharanas, Tappa, Tumri, Ghazal, Dadara, Kamsa, Damar, etc. Now, Drupad. Drupad is an old style of singing sung in Brajbhasha, a medieval form of North and East Indian languages that was spoken in East India. Rudra Veena, an ancient string instrument, was used during this time. And the khayal, a form adapted from medieval Persian music and based on Drupad. Khayal means a thought or imagination. It based on improvising and expressing emotions. Khayal is now a most popular genre of Hindustani music. Tarana. Tarana is a vocal form. Taranas are used to convey a mood of elation and are usually performed towards the end of the concert. The Tillana of Carnatic music is based on Taranas. Now, Tappa originated from the folk songs of the camel rider of Punjab and was developed as a form of classical music by Mian Ghulam Nawabi Shor, a court singer of Nawab. Now, the Tumri is another style began in Uttar Pradesh. The lyrics are very typically in a Hindi language called Brijbhasha and were usually in romantic. Abdul Karim Khan and Bade Ghulam Ali Khan are the recent performers of this genre. Ghazal. Ghazal is an original Persian form of poetry. In the Indian subcontinent, Ghazal became the most common form of poetry in the Urdu language and was popularized by classical poets and singers. Popular singers of this period of Ghazal was Jagjit Singh and Ghulam Ali, then Begum, Akhtar and Nasrat Fateh Ali Khan, and Hariharan and Anup Jalota. Now, Indian folk music. Indian folk music is diverse because of India's vast cultural diversity. Though it might be started with devotional songs, later it covered each and every part of contemporary human life, including psychology, philosophy, anatomy, deha tattva, socio-economic condition, love, day-and-day living, etc. There are numerous eminent saints and fakis who had contributed a lot to this field. Example, Kabir, Moinuddin, Chishti, and etc. The arrival of movies and pop music weakened folk music, particularly the arrival of movies and pop music weakened folk music popularity, but saints and poets to have large musical libraries and traditions to their names. Main classification can be done based on the regional languages. Madhiga, Dappu, Mala, Jamidika is very popular in Andhra Pradesh. Bihu Geet and Lok Geet and Takari Geet is very popular in Assam. And Pandavani is the folk music of Chhattisgarh. Karnataka is very popular for Bhavagite and Dollu Kunita and Veeragase. And Maharashtra for Lavani, Punjab for Bhangra, and Tamil Nadu is popular for Nattapurapattu. West Bengal is popular for Baul, Batiali, and Bandhu, Bavaiya, Lok Geet, and Pali Geet. Kerala is popular for Pulaya or Puraya. So there are many, and also Garba from Gujarat, and Dandiya, Ras. So music of Goa, Konkani music. Goa has produced a number of prominent musicians, singers in the world of Indian music. A traditional Goan musical instrument include dhol, mridanga, tabla, ghumat, kamsale, madle, and Shanai, then Tasso, Nagado, and Tanbura. The Portuguese brought the piano, the mandolin, and the violin to Goa. Konkani songs may be classified in four groups. One is Fugdi or the Dalo, another one is Dekni, other one is Dulpod, and the next one is Mando. Song which draw on the more pristine form in music and verse as in the Fugdi or known as the Fugdi or Dalo. Songs which blends Western and native music but retains Konkani lyrics as in Deknis. Songs which blends native and Western music as well as language as in Dulpod, and songs which have marked influence of Western music and lyrics in Konkani with borrowed Portuguese words as in Mando. As many as 35 types of Konkani songs have been classified, might be more than that. Okay, these includes Bhanwara, Dekni, Dhalo, Dulpod, Duwalo, Fel song, Fugdi, Kunbi song, and Lavani, Mando, Ovi, Palnya, and Thalgadi, and Theatre song, and Zagor song, and Zoti. The Christian and Hindu religious song is also a type of its own. Bhanwara is a morning song, usually sung the day of cremation by Hindus, and Dekni is the song with the originated in Bardes, Lihas, and Salset. Dalo is a wedding song. Dulpod is a dance song with quick rhythm, theme from everyday Goan life. And Fel is a folk drama with a theme from Indian epic or Indian history. Fugdi is a dance song performed on religious occasion. And the Kunbi song is a dance, is a song, a Fugri style, depicting their own life, but also protesting against exploitation and social discrimination in a subtitle manner. Mando is a dance song whose major theme is love, and minor one being historical narratives, grievance against exploitation and social injustice and political resistance during the Portuguese preserve in Goa. And the Ovi, which the Portuguese termed as a verso, is a song with nuptial theme. So, dear friends, today we all are gathered here to rejoice the bliss of music. So let us enjoy and live long by this great power and the gift of God. A cruise in the ocean of music. I would like to say thanks to Mandd Sobhann for giving me a great opportunity to be the part of World Music Celebration. Thank you very much.
विश्व संगीत हाचे परिचय एक ओड सागोर आसल्या बरी बाब काजी टनान आमकां सागोर भोंवडायलो पूण हेलिकॉप्टराचेर बोटीचेर भोंवडायले तर सगळो दीस जाय पडटा आसलो बाब काजी टनान भोव अपुरबायन संसोद केला ताचेर माहीत जोडल्या आनी अपुरबायन ताका मंडन केलां जोरान ताळयो संगीत मेस्त्री बाब काजी टनाक. आज विश्व संगीत दिवस. संगीत काळजाची भास. संगीताक भाशेची बंदड ना. विश्व संगीत प्रांत भास हाची बंदड उतरून आमकां सगळ्यांकी एकवटायता. आनी मोगोच्यानो हांगासर एक भोव अप्रूप संगीत प्रदर्शन विश्व संगीताचो धोनू बाब जॉयल पेरेरा हाच्या मुखेलपणाखाल ह्या विश्व संगीताच्या दोनूची एक संक्षिप्त विवर दिवंक बाय जॅकलीन आमच्या मुखार.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I stand before you to introduce the music and ensemble this evening, being presented, conducted by Sangeet Guru Joel Pereira. A beautiful garland that has been woven begins with the Latino style of music, Havana instrumental led by Kenny Pereira on the soprano saxophone, followed by Hindustani music, Raag Kirwani led by Ustad Rafiq Khan on the sitar, accompanied by Damodar Kumble on the tabla, followed by Spanish music led by Roshan D'Souza on the acoustic guitar. We then have Arabic music played usually on the oud or koto, led by Richard Montero on the keyboard. Afro-Cuban jazz, music form of the 1950s, played on the electric piano on the keyboard by Sanjay Rodriguez. Sufi style music, a form of religious music led by Cajetan Dyers. Carnatic music, Rag Sindhu Bhairavi, led by Umesh Kumar Idya on the alto saxophone. The Bollywood style of music, very popular, Ye Sham Mastani, led by Anil Patrao on the accordion, Sunil Kumar on the violin, and Kenny Pereira on the soprano saxophone. We finally have the music and ensemble ending with the baila, which is played by the entire orchestra. In special assistance for all the kinds of music, we have Jerome Coelho on the bass guitar, Arthur Lobo on the rhythm guitar, Melvin Fernandez on the rhythm pad and djembe, Joel Pereira on the tumba, and Damodar Kumble on the tabla. Presenting to you, ladies and gentlemen, the full-fledged music and ensemble.